My guest today is Naythan Thórpe. He's the bass player for the MCs. This is a new band that's been taking the Space Coast by storm lately. Naythan, thank you so much for coming in. I'm really excited to have you in our studio today.
You're welcome. I'm excited too.
Now, I don't want to embarrass you, but I kind of feel like I've watched you grow up because I knew your father years and years ago when I was playing bluegrass music down at Castaway Point.
Yeah, I've been exposed to the music scene for quite a while.
Well, you have grown up with music and playing music, and you've been playing bass. How old were you when you picked up the bass?
18 actually, but it was like the fourth instrument I learned how to play. So I mean, it's like I've always had music instruments around and like played a little bit of guitar, piano, trombone. So it was just like natural, like just something else to do, and this kind of was my instrument and kind of stuck with it.
So why did you settle on the bass? What was it about the bass that kind of drew you to?
I just thought it was cool, like just the sound of like when like someone slapped bass, like it just so low and growly. It wasn't like this big sound. I don't know. It's cool. That's the only answer I can give.
Yeah, you don't have to explain any more to me because I really do. I think the bass is the coolest instrument in any band. When I go out and see music, I just stare at the bass player and watch his or her hands because it's amazing. People think that the percussion is kind of the backbone and the rhythm of a band, but it's really the bass.
Right, the bass really. If you listen to a band without a bass, it's really thin. And what's cool about bass is there's so many different ways to play it. So you know, it's just. And it's relatively new instrument, so it's just keeps evolving over time, you know, like just, you know, you had your traditional style, just like an upright, but now like there's people doing all sorts of crazy techniques on it. Like it's like a solo instrument now, just not a rhythm instrument. And
you do play it as a solo, and in a few minutes we're going to ask you to bring out your bass and play some for us. So I'm not going to talk to you for very long because I want to hear you play. But now your dad, Steve, was who passed away. It's been about a year now.
Almost a year.
Almost a year. I still can't believe he's gone. But he was just a brilliant blues musician in this area. I also played bluegrass.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in a family that had music around the house all the time like that and touring with your dad?
Really cool. You know, like the stuff that was normal to my household, like, you know, the more people I met and got to know, like, you know, I was really blessed to have the family I did. And, you know, like some of the places we've been and the people I've met has been amazing. Like, just like Alto Reed from Bob Seger's band and George Terry from Eric Clapton's band. And just, it's really cool just to meet, like, people you've heard on the radio, like, well, ever since before I was born, you know, and it was just, it's neat to be in these kind of situations. Really, really awesome. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
And now this band, the MCs, tell me a little bit about this band. What kind of music do you play?
It's really hard to categorize. It's all original music. I think funk fusion is the best way to describe it. It's kind of like Red Hot Chili Peppers, where you've got like the funk, slap bass, a little bit of rock, but there's like jazz and blues. Like it's so many influences. It's cool because it's completely original sound, but it's familiar enough to, like, if you haven't heard the band, like you'll find something you like with it. We've been having really good response with it.
Now, how did this band come to be?
The guitar player and the drummer are both from Connecticut. And they had a band in New York for about 8 years, and just the New York scene is just not really friendly towards people trying to make a living playing music, because you've got everybody trying to play, and so just there's no money. And the drummer just came down here because he wanted to move to the beach, and I think his friend was here, and fell in love with Cocoa Beach. And he's like, had to get the guitar player down here because he was in a cover band for a little bit. I can't remember who he was playing with. But just they fell in love with the area, and so they toured like a duo act for a little bit, and I got hooked up with them. They were hosting an open mic jam, and I just went in and played 2 songs, and they're like, "You want to be in the band?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love to." So
You're like, okay.
It just fit perfectly. It was cool.
So where have you been playing? I know I've seen your name in our calendar listings a lot. You've been playing around the area. What are some of the places you've been playing?
We've been doing a lot in Cocoa Beach, and we're working on getting more into Melbourne. We'll be playing Lou's Blues in July. We've been doing Coconuts, this place called Hunker Down, right in front of Coconuts, and just everywhere in between, just kind of inching our way, like branching out of the Cocoa area.
And you are one of the few musicians in the you're making your living playing music and teaching lessons, right?
That's it. I teach at A+ Music and play gigs on the weekend, and that's my income. So.
You're doing what you love.
Yeah, I love it. I love every minute.
Not a bad way to live. Well, you know, I want to hear you play. Do you mind breaking out your amp and
Not at all.
Playing a little bit for us?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's try it.